Hi there, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to another episode where I review films currently in theaters, and today I'm talking about The Holdovers. So, The Holdovers was directed by Alexander Payne and follows this history professor, played by Paul Giamatti, who works at this all boys boarding school, and pretty much he gets assigned to watch over this kid, played by Dominic Sessa, um, over the holiday break. He's They're joined by this the head of the lunch staff, played by Divine Joy Randolph. I apologize if I mispronounced that name. And pretty much the film just follows these three characters through this holiday break. And that's pretty much it as far as the story is concerned. The story's not a whole lot to talk about. We've seen these types of films before. These three completely different characters thrown into this situation and are forced to get along, and that's what the film is pretty much about. Them trying to get along, and you either like those types of movies or you hate them. This isn't a plot-driven story. This is a character-driven story. So the story itself really isn't something that you can evaluate on its own. That being said, the characters here are really well developed. The history professor is a not well liked individual, both because he looks kind of weird. Also, he's a hard nosed history professor who really is trying to install these types of high values into these rich kids who a lot of them are pricks and they just do not care. Um, the the main kid in the movie, is also kind of interesting. He's could have easily just been this rich prick that we do not care about, but the film makes sure to tell us and show us that that's not what he is. There's a reason why he acts the way he does, and there's a reason why he's so closed off. And I really like that. This character could have been so one note. And the lunch lady in this film is also really well developed. She recently had a loss and is suffering through that, and that's pretty much her contribution to the story. But the film manages to give her a lot of good moments, and to be fair, this is probably due to the fact that the performances in from all three of our main actors is are absolutely spectacular. Um, Divine Joy Randolph manages to make your heart bleed when she is on screen, and I really enjoyed her performance. Dominic Sessa was a huge surprise for me. I didn't know this is like his first full length motion picture role, and so he had a lot to do, and he managed to do it really well. The standout, though, for me is going to be Paul Giamatti, and I really love this guy in a lot of films, and in this film, he's doing a fantastic job. This is clearly him trying to go for an Oscar, and he definitely deserves it. This isn't my favorite role of his. I still think my favorite one would probably be the movie called Duets. I think he managed to break my heart a little bit more in that film, but the emotional depth he brings here is still really spectacular, and I definitely enjoyed his performance throughout the movie. The visuals here, this film is meant to invoke feelings of films like from the 70s and 80s. And it's supposed to feel like it was done on film. It was shot on digital. And I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the overall feel of the visuals, the older style that the movie was going for. I really enjoyed that feel. There are some who are going to be put off by that, but for me it worked. The music isn't much to talk about. It's your standard holiday fair music with a bunch of holiday songs scattered throughout the movie. Sometimes it elevates the story, other times it's just there. The instrumental score that they do have isn't much to talk about, but the rest of the movie is really well done, and I really found myself enjoying this one. Like I said, it's not a plot driven story, but the characters are so spectacularly written and performed that it does not matter to me. And I'm going to give The Holdovers a 7 out of 10. I highly recommend this one, especially if you're looking for a good new holiday movie. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with what this film delivers. Anyway, that's my opinion on The Holdovers. What did you think if you've seen it? And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.